and welcome to John Spot, my YouTube channel, and this time it's my annual garden vlog. It's the middle of September, almost the end of the gardening season. Technically it's still summer, and I'm going to show you my garden at the end of summer and to tell you exactly what I've done. So it'll be a tour of my garden with some commentary on what's been going on. A lot's been happening this year, and there's been some major trimming of the border shrubs, at least I would say 60 centimeters cut there. We planted some cucumbers and tomatoes. I've been doing a bit of restoration work here and there, and also making some garden borders, these white borders which you'll see, wooden borders. What else? Of course there's been the planting flowers, rearranging the compost heap, and of course there's the regular grass cutting which my son does. There's also weeding the garden and a lot more, just to make the garden nicer. And as you know, there's always work to do in the garden. So follow me and let me take you around. Here you can take a look at it from a wider perspective. Well, the dog always has to be in the videos. Yep. So let's go round, first of all, to the front. So I put down this rockery along the borders of the drive. Again, this is from the other side. But to do a lot of work here. And again, I've added a few rocks, a few coloured pots there, all around, and the first of my mini fences. You'll see some more in a moment. We've been growing a few vegetables. Among them are some tomatoes. It's now almost the end of them. There, just after the season, we've had loads of them this year. Standard and mini tomatoes as well. Let's go towards the side garden. We don't really have much of a rear garden. And here is the front part. Again, these are the rocks I added last season. Been doing weeding as well, making sure the garden doesn't become overgrown. It's the rose bushes. Let's now go through this trail, short trail, just by the tomato bushes. Tomatoes have to be watered when it's hot, twice a day, 3 times a day. Here's some mini fences that I've made again along the trail path, and some more tomatoes growing. So this central part of the garden is a little bit overgrown. I have some blackberries. Also just after their season. And some bushes that need obvious trimming. Here. That's maybe something I'll get hold of in the new season. Always work to do in a garden like this. These shrubs will need cutting. You see they're quite near to the power line, so they'll need trimming obviously. I've been cutting the grass regularly without a pickup, so it's looking nice and green, the lawn is there. So regular cut, not too much, and without a pickup, so that it becomes lush, let's say. Still a lot of work to do there. Here we have the compost corner, and I've added this sort of fencing here, some tyres to stop the compost spreading everywhere. And this is where we have bonfires. Here are some bushes waiting to be burned or shredded for covering the trail path. The trimming is a job for autumn or early spring there. As I mentioned, always work to do in the garden. Right, if you come to the rear of the shed, here you see corn growing, lots and lots of it, 3 meters high, and we've got some lovely raspberries here you can pick, and it's the season for them. They're ripe. There we go. yummy, yummy. Here we have some mint plants. These were planted 2 years ago. Some border stones. Water butt. Another water butt. And some border fencing, or whatever you want to call them, that I made and painted. I put them in last week, actually. It's the main water butt. Here, some odd buckets for watering. Tyres that we need to get rid of. It's a bit messy there. This is the garden shed, which I'm going to tidy up today. It's rather messy. This is the sided bit that I tidied up 2 or 3 weeks ago. Just a little surprise. Some strawberries coming out here nicely. It's in a pot. We bought it a few years ago, and each year you can enjoy a dozen or so strawberries as well. And there's been a lot of other work done. It does mean you commit yourself to 1 or 2 hours each day or longer, making sure the garden looks good. There's always work to do, obviously, but it's a pleasure for me to maintain, to make some changes as well, and to enjoy it above all, to rest and enjoy it during the summer months when I don't have too much of my professional job to do. So thank you once again for staying to the end. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you again in my next video. Bye for now.